Hi, welcome to our class today on immunity and trying to help support our bodies through this this season that we're coming through, which is wintertime and cold and all those wonderful, lovely viruses that we seem to get ourselves exposed to. My name is Heidi Magleby Olson, and I'm your host today. My background is in mental health counseling and holistic health coaching. And I've got with me today our class teacher, which is Charlotte Riccobono. And I'd just like to introduce Charlotte for a minute. Hi, Charlotte. Welcome to the class today.
Hey, Heidi, thanks.
Charlotte was born in Texas and she's lived all over the Southeast, East Coast, and Utah. Charlotte was widowed twice, once from a husband having brain cancer and one from diabetes and strokes. She is a licensed realtor since 1985 and in all categories, commercial, land, residential, and recreational. She's quite an amazing individual. She's got two sons, three grandsons, and one granddaughter. And Charlotte, I've known her over the years, and she is very passionate about wellness and helping your body receive the building blocks that it needs to stay healthy. So that's what we're going to talk about today for just a few minutes. And Charlotte, I'm going to share my screen real quick, and then we're going to get going right here. So, can everyone see my screen? Charlotte, can you see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to turn the time over to you, Charlotte, and thank you for showing up to teach us this class today.
So we're starting at the agenda, and thanks so much, Heidi, for that introduction. And I've known Heidi now for a few years. I think we met in 2012, I want to say, when I was living in Utah. So we just clicked from the very beginning. She got me introduced to these amazing oils, and it has truly changed my life. I wish I had time for a few stories about what I've witnessed myself, but that's another day. So I chose, Heidi, can we go to that first slide?
Yes. Are you not seeing it on
No,
the
I've
screen?
got the agendas that, there we go. So, ladies and gentlemen, I started with the beach because that is my happy spot. I mean, I always, that seems to, ground me. It seems when I put my feet in the sand in the ocean. So, the immune system is our grounding system, and we need to protect it. We need to take care of it. We need to help it do the best it can do. And so, this presentation today is giving you some ideas of what we're doing that's harming our immune system and how we can help our immune system. So, on the agenda, today we're just going to discuss it, our immune system and the genetics. What are they? How we're hurting it, how we're helping it, and give you some info and some visual aids, and then obviously some final tips and takeaways. And let me say this up front, whoever sends you the presentation, please reach out to them because we have an amazing group of individuals that can help and assist you with any additional questions that you have. So let's get right to it. So today, did you know your health is 40% genetics and 60% lifestyle? So there's a cute little phrase, genetics loads our gun, but we pull the trigger. So I did the surfer guy because, it's, we're out there and it is a ride and on a wave. So let's do this. So we're hurting our immune system. The key factors are alcohol, smoking, processed food, stress, and not getting enough sleep. And I'm sure we can all appreciate these items.
And I think most
So,
people, Charlotte, don't really
mhm.
understand the not enough sleep thing. That really
Oh,
contributes to our lack of immunity, I feel
it
like.
really does, guys. And I mean, alcohol, obviously there are several things that tell you that a glass of red wine will help you with your heart and stuff like that. So everything's in moderation. I don't know of anywhere it tells you that smoking is good for you, so I've never found anything on
No,
that. So I can't help you guys on that one.
other than just our mindset, we think we might need it.
Exactly. Processed food. I
Oh,
know we
sorry.
always don't, have. if we're traveling, sometimes we don't have a lot of options there, but just try to make healthy choices when you can. And we do have some options for you later in some of the slides that are fabulous.
Okay. Yay.
So I don't know if anyone knew, I didn't know this until recently, but all of our black plastic, containers and kitchen utensils, when it's packaged in those black trays, and a lot of our grocery meats are packaged in those black trays,
They
they're
are.
finding that there's levels of toxic flame retardants that are, you know, hurting us, beyond what we ever thought they would be. So that's what this slide is about, is just to bring awareness. And if you Google it, there's all kinds of things you can know more about that. I've yet to find the silicone or the rubber is our best bet, but anything plastic is
Mhm.
not good.
Okay, that's good to
So,
know.
and this one surprised me. I found this recently at a conference that Heidi and I attended. And the average woman, due to us cleaning or, doing the laundry, just putting makeup on and lotion and stuff, we're exposed to over 167 different chemicals,
That's
which blew me
mind-blowing.
away.
That is.
I mean, that's frightening on so many levels.
I love what you're talking about, Charlotte, because it's really raising awareness for us on different things that we can do to stop these harmful activities that we do every day.
Right. And Heidi and I do have options for you.
Yes.
So, this was something else that interested me, how our bodies are processing the vitamins we take. So, most of the vitamins out there, I'm not going to mention any names, but we all remember them from childhood. They're still using 1940s technology, which again blew me away.
Mhm.
And, that's just low quality and synthetically derived ingredients that, we eliminate before our bodies can even absorb any nutritional value that they might have.
Mhm.
So, our brains are 60% fat. So, that's 10 trillion cells that are in our body, and each one needs fatty acids. So, some of the vitamins that we're going to show you as options, they have high bioavailability and retention instead of the low ones that we were getting from the 1940s technology. So there's something called foundation wellness that Heidi and I like to talk about, and that's
Okay.
vitamins and minerals and greens and all that. So how we can maintain and help our immune system get better is obviously let's eat more of a balanced diet. Let's, get some regular exercise. Let's certainly get more sleep and try to manage our stress and avoid the smoking and of course the excessive alcohol consumption. So that's essential. Combination of these things will help make our immune system strong.
Mhm.
So those are things we should be able to do.
One of the things that I find interesting as well that you're talking about here as well is our immune system resides mostly in our gut and our gut lining. And I didn't
Yes.
know that for years. So I guess we're going to
Mhm.
talk a little bit about some of those options that we have, right, Charlotte, as well?
Right. In fact, there's a lot of theories behind your gut is your second brain
Yes.
because,
Yes.
and it, as we all know, when we have that upset stomach and it's mind over matter and we're going, no, we can handle this, we can get through this. And all of a sudden our stomach says, I said now.
Hmm.
And there is no option there when that happens. So
Right. Okay.
now this, and the guy's looking out at the ocean, and this blew me away because my grandparents were farmers. So we did have the healthy, vegetables that we got from, everything we had on the farm, we
Hmm.
did ourselves. So, and you can taste a difference. But what blew me away was we could eat 8 oranges a day just to achieve the same degree of vitamins that our grandparents received with only one orange.
Right.
And
Yes.
unfortunately, that's because of the soil, being depleted of its vitamins and minerals compared
Hmm.
to the soul of our ancestors.
Right.
So with all the the retail farming and stuff that's going on, I mean, it's constant.
Hmm.
So Heidi and I wanted to show you guys, as you see, one of the slides on the right on the top shows you all these wonderful vegetables and fruits and stuff, that it would be great to think that we could achieve this on a daily basis. But with all of our schedules, that doesn't happen. So this is bioavailability for our boosting blend, nutrition blend. It's a superfood blend, a cellular blend, and a biotransformation blend in one packet. And guys, it actually tastes good, because
Mm-hmm.
I've had some of these green powdered drinks that you were like, oh my gosh, I just got to do it because I know it's helping my body. This tastes
Mm-hmm.
like mango and pineapple. It is
Yes.
amazing. I can't say enough about how well this tastes.
And a
And then
lot
you,
of people, Charlotte, have asked me,
mm,
what does VMG stand for?
glad you asked that. So down here on the bottom right, VMG plus means your vitamins, your minerals, and your greens.
Yes, that is what it
So
is.
Heidi and I were taking, I would say, several supplements a day. And
Mm-hmm.
this has eliminated the quantity of those supplements by giving us a powder that has all of this in it. And again, it tastes so good. You look forward to trying it in the morning. You don't go, oh God, I got to do this again. It's wonderful. Now, another thing is they changed out something for us with the omegas, and I'm one of those people that I love salmon, but I always go in and say, so is it wild caught
Mm-hmm.
or is it
Mm-hmm.
farm raised? And 9 times out of 10, the restaurants, they're farm raised. And that's so sad, because you're not getting as many nutrients and stuff. And you can Google this and see what all they're doing to those poor farm raising. So this has no farming, and it doesn't have a fish taste. Sometimes you'll have that afterwards from your
Mm-hmm.
omegas. This doesn't do that. And I think it is because of where it's being caught in the Nordic seas. I
Right.
mean, I can't say enough about this, that you don't have any after effect. It's lovely. Really
Yes.
is.
Yes.
So, to help with our immune, we have something called On Guard, and there is a plethora of options for this.
Some of our
Um,
favorite stuff is in that slide right
yes,
there.
and Heidi and I use all of this stuff. I mean, at different levels, for our children, for our grandchildren, for our homes. I mean, I, as we've put out there, you can clean, you can do your laundry, there's foaming. I even take the foaming hand wash with me now on my trips, because I just don't not want to have it. The sanitizing mist travels with me all the time. The wipes travel with me. I don't use any other toothpaste or mouthwash now except those. You can do a roller ball. It's just endless, how they've helped us with this. The gel caps we take on a daily basis, right, Hiding?
Yes. Well,
Now,
when
the
we're sick,
beadlets,
I don't take the
yeah.
gel caps every day, so to speak. I take them every day that I'm feeling something coming on. And Charlotte, do you remember the year at doTERRA's convention when we actually had the head scientist over infectious diseases come
Oh,
and speak to
yes.
us from John Hopkins University? And she was telling us a story about her mom, and her mom, had been taking these little beadlets, these On Guard beadlets that you see right next to the big orange package there on the left. And she was so confused about why her mom had not been in the hospital several times. And this was like in April and, the previous winter. And her mom said, well, I've been taking these little On Guard beadlets. And they're just a beadlet that I pop in my mouth, and like there's some taste of like cinnamon and all this wonderful taste in this On Guard. And so the infectious diseases scientist, she went to work on actually running studies in the infectious diseases lab at John Hopkins. And she
Yeah.
says, you do not understand what we are up against from a scientific perspective about the superbugs that are out there. And so they
Mhm.
started doing a lot of studies on Guard and realized that it was literally fighting bacteria. What it does is On Guard goes to work on the protein coating of the viruses, and it starts eating away that protein coating that it needs to replicate. The virus needs to replicate. And they're just finding amazing things. He says, we were so stuck with what we were going to do next. We don't have the antibiotics to fight what we're facing. but nature morphs with nature. And
Yep.
so I was so mesmerized by what she was delivering. And so that's why this works. The minute I start feeling anything coming on, 2 weeks ago, I did. I started taking the On Guard Gel Plus, and the Gel Plus has added Melissa oil and oregano, two of nature's powerhouses for
Yeah.
fighting, viruses, bacteria, those kinds of things. So this is just a wonderful line. So wonderful. We can't say enough about this, right, Charlotte?
We can't. We cannot. And it was so cute because she said it was like May, I think, when she realized,
Hmm.
Mom, you weren't
Yeah,
at the hospital at
right,
all this
right.
season. She was like,
Yeah,
give me what you're taking. She
yeah.
had to
What are you
run.
doing different?
Yes. And then she called one of our wonderful guys at doTERRA and asked for
Scientists,
all
yeah.
the products. She wanted
Yes.
to analyze everything. So she
Yep.
took it to that next level. So it was wonderful to hear what we
Yeah.
knew from
Already.
someone. And
Yeah.
yeah, on that level was amazing, truly
Right. So
amazing.
this is a must. Charlotte, would you say the oil, On Guard oil, so you can rub on your feet, diffuse in
Mhm.
a diffuser, put it on your hands. Probably the beadlets, if I had to choose like three, and the gels, the pre-filled gels with added Melissa and
Right.
oregano. I would think those three, if you're looking for something, because this is dish soap and cleaner and wipes
Yeah.
and everything like Charlotte said. But I think if I had to pick three, well, it might be four because I would pick the hand wash. I would pick the hand wash
Yes.
too to keep my hands clean.
Mhm.
Yeah,
And
but
truly, I mean, I travel a good bit, and that sanitizing mist, the gel
hmm
caps, I start
hmm
taking the gel caps before I even get on the plane
yeah,
just to help
yeah.
my immune system avoid anything. Because the sickest I ever was taking the red eye one time. And unfortunately, I was seated beside someone who was deathly ill.
Oh
And by the
no.
time we landed, and I'm in the Atlanta airport, so unfortunately we do have a fairly busy airport. But by the time I got home, my fever was 103. It was horrible,
Wow.
and I
Wow.
was sick as a dog for a week. So
Hmm.
that I
So
didn't know I didn't have DoTerra gel caps then. Now I try to
yeah.
avoid any of that. So
Yeah,
highly
I started
recommend.
getting sick 2 weeks ago, and I started taking the gels and then putting oregano oil
Hmm.
and On Guard oil and tea tree oil on my feet and covering my feet with my socks all day. And it was like one day, and I just popped right out of it. I dumped
Yeah,
a couple of drops of On Guard down my throat, just coating
yeah.
my tongue, and then letting it sit there for a few minutes. It's just amazing to have these tools with you
Hmm.
in your home health toolbox.
Yes.
So yeah, we're so grateful. That's why we're doing this class. So, all right, let's talk about sleep, Charlotte.
Sleep is something none of us do. I mean, especially I think women are, I don't want to say we're bad at it. It's just there's so many things we're thinking like, we finally lay down and we're like, oh, shoot, did I do that? I really need to do that first thing in the morning. Oh, I didn't return that call, or I didn't send that email, or there's just, the children need cupcakes for school tomorrow. I mean,
We ruminate,
whatever.
don't we? We just
Yes.
ruminate all the time.
Oh, it's amazing. So this blend, because I and Heidi as well, we are not big on we're trying to do things holistically that help our
Naturally.
body,
Mhm.
not just put a band-aid on it that,
Right.
we want to get to the root of the problem,
Right.
bottom line. So
Mhm.
we can avoid any, and you can Google this. I had a slide and I didn't put it in, but if you Google the side effects from prescriptions or just listen to, what they say, these can cause blah, 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 blah. It's just scary to
Just
hear some
watch
of them.
TV and hear all
Yes,
of the side
it's,
effects on the
it's
commercials.
crazy. And you're thinking, why am I taking this? My word. So these three things are amazing. One, the Serenity smells lovely. It has lavender in it, and it's just a calming,
Vanilla.
soothing
Yeah, it's
effect.
beautiful. Yeah.
And I don't know if I've ever told Heidi this, but I had TMJ when I was younger. And so that's when grit your teeth at night and
Hmm.
you're grinding. So
Hmm.
I put this on my jaw right there on each side every evening, and I've had no more issues with it. It just calms that jawline down.
That's
Um,
amazing.
I
Great.
diffuse it. Um, the stick now is like, it's the consistency of deodorant, I guess, is the best way to describe
Hmm.
that, right?
Hmm.
You know, and you can smooth that on your anywhere on you, especially on your feet, but on your chest, or you can put that on your jawline too. And then they have it in capsules, which is just it just it it's got tart cherry in it. I mean, so it
Hmm.
doesn't taste bad at all, and it just helps relax you and just calms your brain. That I also recommend, don't be on your phone, don't be on your
Yeah.
iPad, don't be on your computer, because that blue light is
Right.
not good when you're trying to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So,
So this is one way that we can introduce to our body, give it the building blocks it needs to
yes.
help with immunity, and sleep is critical. So maybe take
Mm,
a screenshot real quick of this, or rewatch this class and take screenshots so that you know how to apply and what to do with these. Okay, let's
yes.
go to immune tea tree oil.
Yes. Now, this, and someone may know this as Melaleuca. I think, in fact, it even says it down there. If you can read
Mm-hmm.
that very small print under tea tree, it does say Melaleuca. This is so, so good for so many things, but it does help you with the process of building your immune system, skin irritations, bug bites. I mean, just the list goes on and on. I mean, the Australian people have been using this for centuries, for a cooling effect. So I, I love this oil, and
Yeah.
it smells nice. It just, I can't say enough.
Yes, good stuff.
Now, oregano, that's a bit harsh. In fact, the husband that passed away from strokes and diabetes, he was a full blooded Italian from the Bronx. So he hated it when I put this on, because he said
Yeah.
reminded him of his Italian grandmother. He says, used to
Mm-hmm.
smell lovely, but when you put that on, you
Mm-hmm.
smell
Well,
like
that's
that.
why I mentioned that you can also put it on the bottoms of your feet with socks.
Exactly.
And that helps so much.
Exactly.
Or put a couple drops in a veggie cap, an empty veggie cap, and take it with water. So
Right.
this
And you
is
can even put a couple of drops in a little bit of water, and,
right.
and take it that way.
This
Now,
is a must, though. This is a
it
must for
is,
immunity. Yeah.
it is. And I've actually put it, and you've got to be very careful. Like, if you don't have that oregano seasoning, you can, put a toothpick in this and put it in some food, and I mean, totally,
Right.
it will give you that oregano flavor,
It
but a
does.
little goes a long way.
Like
So I
one drop
highly,
in a whole thing of soup. Yes.
highly be careful with that. So
Yes. Okay, we got to wrap this up. Let's talk about exercise.
exercise, you know what, guys, no matter what you want to do. I wanted to say just do it, but I thought Nike would get upset with me if I so I didn't put that in print there. But whether
Moving
you
your
want to sprint,
body. Yeah.
yes, just move, swim, hike, do what you want to do,
Walk.
that
Yeah.
makes you want to do it. And I just I truly enjoy the hiking and the yoga and the swimming and all that. So
Right.
just you just need to do it, because you'll rest so much better if you move your
Yes.
body, truly.
Yes. So good.
So, in closing, Heidi and I want to know how we can help you. We have many options that'll work for your lifestyle. All of our oils are unadulterated. And if you Google that and see what that means, we have so much out there in the competition that you can buy at stores, and you can buy from other online companies. But ours are truly pure and unadulterated. Use them aromatically. That was easy, wasn't it? Topically. And we can even have some of them, as we've mentioned, that you can take internally. Not all of them. So please be careful with that. But, contact Heidi or contact the person that sent it to you. We'd love to help you with this. And in closing, I want to say it'd be our pleasure to help you with this. There are answers out there that are healthy options that your body can help itself. And I heard this recently. When we know better, we do better. So knowing is the key. So please, we'd love to help you in any way.
Yeah, thank you so much for joining our class today. And we just want to really help women, moms, anyone who wants to take their health to the next step and really boosting their immunity, especially this time of year. So, like Charlotte said, please get with the person who shared this link or shared this class with you, and they can better help you understand how to get involved, how to obtain these awesome products. And we are just grateful for you joining us today. So thank you, Charlotte. What a great informative class.
Thank you, Heidi. Thank you for
Yeah.
everyone.
Thank you so much. And we'll see you next
Enjoy.
time. Okay, I'm going to
Bye
stop
bye.
the recording. Thanks so much.